Hey everybody inside the road and welcome back to Salt on the Earth. Right then, last we left off. Well, Durong is going off on her deployment, and in the previous episode, we also had a bit of something spicy between Rue and Etta. Just going to leave it at that and not elaborate because that episode speaks for itself. So, anyway. My eyes stop at Queer's table where Durong is sitting. Without a moment of hesitation, they wave me over and I comply. Click, click. Hello, Kai. I really do like her character. I kind of wish she was, like, featured a bit more heavily, you know, like maybe more of a focus. Is there a route with her? Well, if it was, it would be the kind of thing where it'd have to end up dipping onto that later because she doesn't arrive until, the second chapter, I think. So, or act, whatever. But at the very least, kind of wish there was more of her, you know, just interacting with Rue in general, because, I mean, she's cool, she's interesting, she's funny. The knuckle on Kai's mask clicks into place a few times. It got my attention at first, but I don't hear the clicking sounds anymore unless I look out for them. Others don't pay attention to Kai's clicking either. Our troops have never been deployed there, have we? This will be our first time. Durong shakes her head. She's finished her funeral, but she stays back anyway. As you know, we mostly take care of the requests down here in the south, not the ones close to the northern border. Ngan elaborates further. Even when Durong is between us, I can smell her crisp scent of sea salt body spray overlapping disinfectant and cigarette tar. Cigar tar. Halfway through our meal, the topic switches to our current mission of Port Tuskegee soldiers. Either this platoon is expanding their service coverage of the regions, or Ganbong is desperate for reinforcement from elsewhere. My uncle's communal house near Puhan assigned a platoon there too, a month ago. Is there a reason we concentrate on the area where a military base is also located? Your family's everywhere, huh? Anyhow, they do their jobs. We do ours. We're only providing reinforcement to secure Ganbong and its islands from roaming rebels and wild animals. I'm also worried. So many soldiers will be in one place. Durong's mission is suddenly not as simple as I thought. Even if the military and the Sentinels are peaceful, this means that they need more than a squad for their goals. Right. It's not uncalled for. But we have a good system and have lost no one in years. Plus, Durong here should be the least of your worries. She fights harder and smarter than most soldiers her age. She'd be on a higher pay grade right now if she didn't turn it down. Okay. Ellipses. From what I'm hearing from the others, Durong is leading a successful career and one that she's excellent at. All in all, Namgan has dulled my worries. With that many soldiers around, their sheer number will help mitigate problems when they arise. This also means that Durong probably won't end up leaving the military, will it? Unless she decides to go down that route in her life by some other inspiration. But it seemed last time like it was her interaction with Rue that kind of motivated her to take that step. Hell, I think she even asked if Rue would come with her, so that makes me wonder if you said no, would that have resulted in a less happy ending or just a different ending? All in all, Nimgan has dulled my worries. With that many soldiers around, their sheer number will help mitigate problems when they arise. As she put it, they both stay in their own lanes. While I can express my concerns, it isn't my place to tell others how to do their jobs, not this close to deployment. Perhaps Etta could help me shed more light on this issue. Speak of my personal red sun. Oh, getting poetic now. Well, she's been poetic off and on, so that's not really anything new. Etta is watching our table from the hallway. She wears an unreadable expression on her face, and her large lenses do nothing for clarity. Going to the table, curiously follow my gaze to Etta's direction and back to me. Durong sighs inwardly. Hey, Rue, your sweetheart is back. I look up again. Etta disengages and walks toward the kitchen door. Excuse me, I'll go see if she needs any help. Nimgan's hand is on my wrist when I move to follow Etta. Yes? You're one of us now, Rue. The others nod in agreement with Nimgan. My door is always open if you need anything. That's a very nice, very clear, very powerful gesture. Okay. Edda's untying her shoelace with one foot on the bench when I get inside the changing room. Hey, love. What took you so long? Have you had your lunch yet? Shall I fetch you a plate? She stands tall with removing her outdoor shoes and enters my space. Believe me, I had my fill at the market today. I'll get you some high-quality jerky as well. You'll like it. Really? Thank you. How was the kitchen this morning? Oh, not too hectic, I hope. I keep trying to remind myself and instill in my brain that if I don't see the closing quotation marks, fuck it up this time, to not click, but sometimes it just doesn't when it stops typing for that brief moment. It's like in another game like Shining Song Star Nova or something, when the where there's sometimes voice acted sections in Japanese, and I don't speak Japanese, so I'm not 100% certain what part of the dialogue they're at. If there's a pause, I kind of just assume they've stopped talking and they've gotten to the end of the dialogue, so I click, but it could be premature. Just a different variation of that, only instead of someone speaking, it's a little clickety-clickety type noise. Very eloquent of me. Clickety-clickety type noise. As of late, whenever she smiles at me, I feel warm and gooey all over. It takes a lot of self-control to reach out and kiss her seductive lips swollen. Sakan did well today managing the prepping area. But the baked goods, though, there was too much sugar in the pastry. The gluten wasn't binding well. No one can accuse you of being negligent, Rube. Why am I having trouble? I'm not sure Ed has realized it yet, but she used my name more often than before. The way she says it is easy on the ears. Something I'll have to keep to myself. For now. Wait a second. Was that me being a snitch? And what were you discussing out there? Oh, right. It's Durong send-off day. I thought it'd be nice to have lunch with them all. From what I heard, their operation is relatively simple and painless. Only providing backup. In and out, that kind of thing. But you do not believe them for a second. Edda's sharp eyes look into mine expectantly. Of course, you know the true reason behind the bureaucratic secrecy. You know what they're going to do? Tell me your theory first. With such a large gathering of sentinel soldiers in an area where the military also established a base of operations, they must be working toward the same goal. Is the military our employer? That is a possible factor. Unless your military still thinks they're too good for us lowly mercenaries. Geez, Edda, my military? I'm no longer with them, you know that. Her eyes grow 1 or 2 degrees colder if it were even possible. She said she bears no ill will towards the military, but every time they get mentioned, her words are spiked with criticism. I'm sorry, my dear. Go on, then. What other reasons can you think of? The operations close to the borders, yeah? Are we expanding? Wait, no. The media would make it a huge deal were we to invade the neighboring countries, not to mention its impact on international affairs. Close enough. The reality is the exact opposite. We're getting invaded? Have you ever wondered why we still get rebel attacks from time to time? I see. They're hired foreign mercenaries. Or could be regional insurgent groups that are being funded by an outside source. Just spitballing here. There's a pause where Edda's posture softens. She seems proud. You're highly intelligent, Rue. The elders have underestimated you. Underestimated me? Oh, right. They must have seen on my record the 2 college degrees I started but never completed. My early 20s was full of shame. God, same! Anyway, Edda's explanation makes sense. Even with the money they inherited, the rebels can't keep hiring mercenaries in Daigarong. Or, wait, that should just be Daigarong, right? And not Dia, like Diagonally. No, Daigarong. Even I can sort of figure out their motives. I imagine a lot of residents could, too. I turn to Edda. She's taking the fresh chef uniform from the locker. What are you doing? Isn't it obvious I came here to change? Oh? I thought we were going to your bed during the break. I really wanted the winter menu done by today. Come on, beautiful. I need a distraction. Edda budged after my second tug, moving toward the door with a mischievous smirk on her face. One has to wonder if she wasn't anticipating or hoping for that sort of response. We passed by the hall where others are still chatting away, scoring a glance or two. I should probably leave Edda's room earlier than usual to say goodbye to Durong. Edda's room is exactly how it looked yesterday and the day before. No dust, no mess. The only notable scents in the air are the soap and shampoo I use. If I didn't know it was her room, I would have guessed it was user display. All my thoughts quickly evaporate and Etta kisses me on the neck. We stumble our way toward the empty bed while our clothes scatter on the floor. Compared to nymphs and humans, Oregon's skin is a leather-like firmness and thickness. Even then, it poses no challenge to my sharp nymph teeth. Blah, blah, blah. Is that a bite mark? Is that what this is? Naughty. What I consider difficult is breaking into the tender meat without touching anything else. She strokes my hair with a silent encouragement. When I look up at her, Edda's left hand is covering her mouth to suppress a moan like it was forbidden. Her skin pools in the middle while the affected muscles tighten, and all at once they're released. The process repeats a few more times. Each time, the contraction and relaxation gets more intense and euphoric. Such is the nature of a nymph's bite. That is enough, dear. I wipe the blood off my lips before moving up, passing her well-trained abdomen, passing the valley of her breasts and her prominent collarbones. Etta stiffens the breath every time I plant a kiss on her skin on my way up to her lips. Did you enjoy yourself? I'll need a minute after that, my dear. Just one red eye cracked open. Etta's hand plays with the hair on the back of my neck. Her lips are swollen from our earlier kisses. I nuzzle under her chin, feeling the rise and fall of her chest. I must weigh nothing to her. You have to finish off with a bite every time, But you love it. There's a quick jolt in Etta's heartbeat. Etta shifts a little under me. This is starting to become my favorite place. My room. Here, this close to you and listen to your heartbeat. It picks up when you're excited. It slows down to familiar rhythm when we simply lie next to each other. Makes you feel like flesh and blood. Etta couldn't suppress a chuckle, all the while her fingers combed through my hair. If I closed my eyes, I could fool myself into thinking her actions mean something deeper. Do you think you could ever fall in love with me, Etta? Etta takes her time to dissect my words. Her hand has stopped its tender caress, and in its place the air is the chilling air. How is it different from what we have now? I don't know. I could stay the night. We can go on dates, in town or somewhere far away. We could eat someone else's food, just the two of us. Etta scoffs. Her hand is back on my hair. This is still fun, no? Something thick lodged inside my stalling heart, twisting its thorny body. Yeah, I guess so. We both want different things in life, my dear. Right now, I have only one thing that needs my sole focus. You can want more than one thing out of life, you know? Words slip out of my mouth before I even think to stop them. Weak, needy, pathetic. Say, how far up the ladder would you be willing to climb? Ladder? Do you crave power, Rue? Oh God, I don't know. What? No or maybe. No or maybe. There. See, here's the thing. No could be seen as either A, a lack of motivation, or B, it could say that Rue is someone who doesn't desire like influence, who may not be prone to corruption or or to getting into a position where she could let her power get to her head, that kind of thing. So I could see this as being positive and negative, same as maybe. Maybe could be like, well, there's always that chance that she, could desire moving upwards. At the same time, it could be like, uncertainty, or, well, uncertainty in the sense that she lacks in, not really integrity, but, well, again, I guess, lacks motivation. I can see both of these going in that kind of, like, both of them have a different sort of positive, but they both carry the same kind of negative to me. So I don't know. I'm not sure which is... And my gut really isn't leading me towards one over the other. It's Oh, God. Well, I think I'm going to end this episode here then and give this some thought. Trying to figure out what I want to do. Which option I think I should try taking first. I say first, in the off, in the chance, not off chance, but in the chance I pick the wrong option, assuming one of these is actually wrong. And if it is, go back and try the other. So, until then, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time.